Yes, sir. So special. Have you? Move with that money.
The indigenous people of Biafra has actually made a very critical point, in this whole trial. Now, the news platform actually highlighted a news that the IPOB, a comment made by the IPOB Media and Publicity Secretary, Emma Powerful. They said, no evidence, no case, only lies and diversion in Nnamdi Kanu's trial. This is actually true. For the past 5 years, the zoo have actually been circumlocuting round, the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. No evidence. Now just explanation. In fact, they not even they explain anything. You will explain, tire. No evidence. Both explanation, both evidence, they no get against Nnamdi Kanu. They just keep on running around the circuit in that case and keep on delaying the case of Nnamdi Kanu in order to continue to pen him and hold him, in DSS custody, so that he will not continue what he is destined to do, and that is bringing Biafra, to Biafrans as quickly as possible. Now, the news in detail said the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB categorically condemns the latest desperate attempt by the federal government and its compromised media to divert public attention from the disgraceful collapse of their case against our leader Nnamdi Kanu, rather than report on the embarrassing cross-examination of their confused witness known as PWBBB, who admitted under oath that no investigation report exists to support the politically motivated charges. The media is awash with irrelevant stories about the tendering of a death certificate. That is Ahmed Gulak. I actually clarified this in one of the video I made, and I'll be doing more on the next video I'll be dropping on other channels. Let us continue with the news. Let it be known that the so-called death certificate of Ahmad Gulak, former aide to the ex-president Jonathan, has no evidentiary value whatsoever in the context of the ongoing trial. The federal government prosecuting counsel Awomolo San, acting with shocking dishonesty, attempted to reintroduce evidence after closing his examination in chief, an unethical and unacceptable legal maneuver designed only to mask the shame of a failed prosecution. It is important to set the record straight. The sit-at-home observance declared by IPOB for the manual 30th May Remembrance Day in 2021 was held on Monday, 31st May 2021, not Sunday, the 30th. Gulak was murdered on Sunday, a full day before the observance. This timeline alone dismantles the fabricated claim that the IPOB had any involvement in his death. The attempt to retrofit this tragic event into their crumbling narrative is not just deceitful, it is criminal. First of all, that is even another part that I haven't even looked into. Ahmed Gulak, was actually died in Owerri, like we all know. And before then, he was died on 2021. And according to the narrative and the agenda that Awomolo, the federal government council, is trying to push, is that the Remembrance Day, which was actually a sit at home, which was meant to be on a Monday, was what resulted to the buying of Gulak. But the fact still remains that Gulak actually was pied on Sunday. I remember fully. Gulak was pied on Sunday, a day before the sit at home. So, like I said earlier, I'm actually waiting to see what the court will say concerning this whole issue of Ahmed Gulak. And after this news, I'll be dropping, the full gist of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's interview concerning that. He dropped a broadcast immediately after Ahmed Gulak's buying, where he clarified that IPOB cannot be involved in Ahmed Gulak's death. First of all, he has no business with Ahmed Gulak. He also went further to clarify why will the IPOB want to buy Ahmed Gulak. And also, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in his fearless state, went further to mention those who are responsible for the buying of Ahmed Gulak. But let us round up with this news, before we go into the full details of what is happening in the court currently on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's continuous trial. We continue. We remind the world that this is not the first time the Nigerian state has weaponized misinformation and historical revisionism to justify ethnic persecution, just as the 1966 coup was falsely labeled an Igbo coup to ignite the genocidal war against our people. They now seek to frame IPOB for every act of state-engineered violence in the southeast, like we all know. We call on all responsible media outlets to return to the core principles of journalism, truth, accuracy, and objectivity, and demand the full transcript of court proceedings before parroting government propaganda. The world is watching. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains a prisoner of conscience, unlawfully detained in violation of local and international law. No amount of lies, no amount of death certificate or courtroom gimmicks will stop the truth. We demand his immediate and unconditional release. Now, we continue to demand for the immediate, release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because, as we all know, he has been held illegally. Everything that surrounds Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case from the onset is actually illegal. Because you won't tell me that a man who was actually kidnapped, abducted in broad daylight, and renditioned back, if they bundled him back, the truth is now coming out on how he was tortured and all that in court. And we're going to get more, court details today, as the case continue to tear open. So I urge you to stay tuned on this wonderful channel to get all the updated news and information on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court hearing as we continue to give you. Thank you, and share this video.
Journalists in Nigeria, you people are part and parcel of the problem. After politicians, the next set of vermins you have in Nigeria are the journalists. As soon as Katrina Lang said she was going on leave, my mind told me that something could be fishy. Something horrible is about to happen. And it has happened. It happened You know what, didn't it? The same way with 1966. That's how they operate. Demonize to kill. Before they kill you, they first of all demonize you. Do you know what they did? Their so-called presidency, which is Garba Shehu and El Rufai, now that the ones running it, I'm going to lay a curse on them. I'm praying before I lay a curse on Garba Shehu. Nobody hears about their vice president, Yemi Oshibanjo. No, it's Garba Shehu we are listening to. Zoo animals that have no brain. They sent out a tweet suggesting that Gulak was killed by Ipob and ESN in Owerri. Listen, that's how they go. Exactly what they did with Nzogu. But only that Nzogu fell for it. We cannot fall for such gimmick. This pathetic Nigeria president, so to speak, which is Garba Shehu and El Rufai, said that Gulak was killed by people who are determined to undermine the unity and territorial integrity of Nigeria, which means IPOB. That's what they're saying, a whole presidency of Nigeria. Now, Gulak was killed. Was it on Sunday morning or was it Saturday evening? I don't quite know. How can you, in a matter of hours, you have now decided to tell the world that you know those that killed him? Exactly what Tinubu did in Lagos. IPOB is planning to bomb. IPOB bombed. Exactly, because what Katrina Lang said to them is, you must focus on demonization. You people don't read between the lines, but I do. When that demon, that devil that works for MI5, Katrina Lang, she was the one that was against Robert Mugabe. All the time that Britain had issues with the freedom fighter Robert Mugabe, do you know who was in Harare? Katrina Lang, the same woman. Anywhere she goes to, trouble goes with her. Anywhere she goes to, death must come. That's how she operates. Do you know that this woman went to Uganda to go and see Wike, that prodigal son, that idiot? He said, from what I'm hearing, it is serious. The security agencies. The woman never talked about the massacre of innocent people inside Obigbo. The reason why Biafra genocide has not been recognized the world over is because of the United Kingdom government, British government, because if you investigate that very genocide, they will be implicated. The reason why the Nigerian army, believe you me, can come today and decide to carpet bomb the whole of Biafra land, nothing will happen, despite having an idiot like Osuji in ICC, is because Britain calls the shots. They will decide which cases these people hear and do not hear. Because if you are a low-ranking officer at ICC, I've been to ICC before, and you raise the issue of Biafra, you'll be sacked. Your manager will call you into the office and pay you to lose your job. You people don't understand that we have very powerful enemies. That is why you must be well disciplined. If you want Biafra, which I know we all want, believe you me, we have to be disciplined. From the men in the bush to the average child on the road, there must be discipline. Without discipline, our enemies will keep undermining us. Do you know when Katrina Lang said she was going on holidays, I knew something was wrong. So it didn't shock me when I heard yesterday that, was it 2 days ago, that Gulak was shot in Owerri. Ask yourself this question: why would IPOB want to kill Gulak? Who is he? Do you know what the papers in Nigeria have been writing, even including Sahara reporters, of all people? Premium Times, Daily Trust. They said Nnamdi Kanu issued a sit-at-home order starting from Friday, the 28th. Do you see how they lie? Do you see how journalists, how black people, you people are evil? Do you see how black people lie? That I said that the sit-at-home will start on Friday, the 28th. Go to Premium Times, Fulani newspaper, you will see it there. Go to Sahara Reporters, you will see it there. That it is because of the sit-at-home order. Do you see how they planned it? God exposed them. They wanted to kill this man on a Sunday, so to speak. I think he was killed yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Do you know that they wanted to kill this man on the day of the sit at home? Not knowing that Chukwuka Abiyama is merciful, I shifted it to today being Monday. Do you see how it works? They wanted, can you imagine if they had any sense? Do you see how God works? If they had any sense at all in their brain, they would have waited to kill him today. He was assassinated by Monguno, El Rufai, Garba Shehu. The person that planned this assassination and cemented it is the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Catriona Lang. They planned to kill him in Owerri, of all places. They planned to kill him during our celebration or remembrance of our heroes. So they will blame it on IPOB and then start killing Igbo people in the north. It's a very simple game plan. Very, very neat and clean. But you know, as they say where we come from, please, I don't know who's going to interpret, not bright. Because our hands are clean. This man told us about his killer before they killed him. And I'm going to play his voice for you. After playing his voice, I want the wife of Gulak, Ahmed Gulak, to demand the telephone records of the husband. After all, the record conversations in the zoo. Madam, go and look. Ask MTN, your husband has about 3 phones. He has about 3 phones. Yes, about 3 phones. Ask all the networks he's using to give you his phone records and his text messages. There you will see the killers of your husband. It is not IPOB. Let me tell you what the man said before they killed him. The reason why they killed him, to tell you how evil they are. The reason why I know that Britain is behind this is the way they play. I know they must demonize you. To kill you, they first demonize you. That's how they do. It was this same woman, Katrina Lang, that demonized Robert Mugabe. Demonized him before the war. The same woman. They sent him to come and do this. That was why they formed BBC Igbo. Once they created BBC Igbo, the Katrina Lang came to work hand in hand. But they refused, or I wouldn't say refused, they failed to understand that our people are naturally intelligent. Biafran people are by nature very intelligent. They can tell when they're trying to deceive them. Let me play you the voice of the man, Ahmed Gulak, that they killed. And in this very clip of his, you will hear the name of his killer that they want to pin on Nnamdi Kanu. But I pray 7 times every day. This God I worship, if he cannot protect me, then what am I doing? What is he doing as God? They got the dates wrong. If they had killed him today, they would have blamed it on me. But they got the dates wrong. And they never knew that this video will come out. This is the reason why you must work very hard to ensure the disintegration of Nigeria. Nigeria is an evil enclave. Let's listen to the man that they killed and wanted to blame it on Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. Let's listen to him.
I want to say what I have been saying over time. Mr. President, remove, arrest, prosecute Major General Ali Munguno, your national security advisor.
Arrest him. So this is Ahmed Gulak asking their so-called president to do something. To do what? What are you asking the president to do, please? The man they killed, blaming Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, ESN. The man that they themselves killed. That is the name of the man that killed him. He's about to mention. Listen.
Mr. President, remove, arrest, prosecute Major General Ali Munguno, National Security Advisor.
Munguno.
He is corrupt. He is clueless. he don't have the interest of Nigeria and Nigerians at heart. And that Munguno is a hypocrite.
Yes.
If he is the NSC,
yes,
and he think he have available power within him, let him arrest me. He is corrupt. He's a thief. He's a problem to the security of this country.
Thank you.
If people are afraid, I'm not afraid.
I'm not afraid. Gulak, he said he's not afraid.
Munguno is only busy stealing the monies.
They killed him because he accused Monguno, the National Security Advisor of Nigeria, of corruption. He said, I am not afraid of you. I don't care what you're going to do. This man called Gulak did not even trust Hope Uzodinma, the man he put in power in Imo State. He did not trust him. That was why he left his hotel without telling any security operative, because he felt that Monguno was on his trail. That was why there was no siren. He took a simple taxi because he feared for his life. Is it that simple? It's not common sense. If a high-ranking APC official can visit a place and refuse every security protocol, it's because he is afraid or in fear of his own life. Have we ever had any encounter with Gulak to make him be fearful of his life? No, is the answer. The person that killed him is here. The person that killed him, he has mentioned his name. But Premium Times, Sahara Reporters, Punch newspaper, Daily Post, these are evil black people writing rubbish. Evil men and women claiming they are journalists. Evil people. The man mentioned his killer. Told you who killed him. But you are so determined because of you want to serve your British masters. You are so determined to put it on IPOB. Okay, I don't know, man. You people are evil. Oh my God. I want our Hausa service to translate this very broadcast into Hausa language and play it for Hausa people. We don't know who this man is. He's inconsequential. He's a nobody to us. Intellectually, he's not a force to be reckoned with. I never mentioned his name before because I don't know who he is. But you see, do you see how God will always save us if our hands are clean? He will always come. Do you see how God, in his infinite mercy, told these murderers to kill Ahmed Gulak on a Sunday? Do you see how it works? Our sit-at-home lockdown is today. That's the only thing that saved us. And the existence of this video, where he told them who killed him, that every newspaper editor in Nigeria, including Vanguard, they have collected money. Do you see why God hates black people? God hates because black people are wicked and evil. Look at your journalists writing. Look at your journalists aiding and abetting lies and evil. This man made a video and told you that his life is in danger and who is going to kill him. But you all wanted it to be IPOB. Let us listen once again to what he has to say for the last time, so that when you're reading all those junk, you know what to tell them. Do you see how they want to incriminate us and tag us bad people? If you go to Google now, type in Nnamdi Kanu, you will see it there that I killed Ahmed Gulak. They are all in it together. They are all co-conspirators, all of them. All of them. Listen. He prayed.
I want to say what I have been saying over time. Mr. President, remove, arrest, prosecute Major General Ali Munguno.
That's the man that killed him. Ali Munguno is the man that killed Ahmed Gulak. Simple and short. Why is it that Nigerian journalists are trying to pin it on IPOB? Why? I'm asking them. Yoruba journalists, why are you people this evil? What type of demon created you people? You have no soul and you have no conscience. Oh God, let's continue listening.
Your national security advisor, he is corrupt, he is clueless, he don't have the interests of Nigeria and Nigerians at heart. And that Munguno is a hypocrite. If he is the NSC and he think he have available power within him, let him arrest me. He is corrupt, he's a thief, is a problem to the security of this country. If people are afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm only afraid of God.
He is saying because he knows nobody can say that I am not afraid if his life is not in danger. Nobody can say that. But that's what he said. Let's continue listening.
Because Munguno is only busy stealing the monies meant to protect us. That is it. And the better for you, Mr. President, remove Major General Munguno. Is the most useless NSA ever produced in the history of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Are you listening? Now, they used Hope Uzodinma to kill him. Hope Uzodinma was the one that lured him to Owerri. Hope Uzodinma, like one more. They used him to lure this man to Owerri. This man was afraid of his life. That was why he refused the police escort. He refused the army escort. He used ordinary taxi. He knew his life was in danger. That is where they want to blame IPOB and ESN. Do you see how evil these people are? How evil they are. But we must continue. We must continue. Because it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. This is the same Gulak that Okorocha offered money to put his son-in-law, Uche Nwosu, in the Ikonso house, the government house in Owerri. The same Gulak. All of a sudden, it's IPOB. They chose to assassinate him. They wanted to kill two birds with one stone. We can kill him and also rope IPOB into, because they could have killed him in the north. They could have used ISIS to kill him, of which Ali Monguno is a staunch member of, the National Security Advisor of Nigeria. These are people stealing money now. These are the people stealing money.
It is with a very heavy heart that I address you today. The pain of losing a person or a loved one, the horror of holding your family member in his or her final moments, the anger of someone being so reckless, so thoughtless, that their bullets destroyed one's life, are emotions no individual should ever have to endure. I sympathize with the families of those who lost their lives through stray bullets during this period. As you know, the death of anyone diminishes mankind. But the brutal and callous assassination of Elijah Ahmed Gulak yesterday, 30th 2021, on his way to Sam Bakwe Airport, is painful because he did not deserve to die that way. The death of this compatriot is a personal loss to me because he was an invaluable friend and a brother whose sense of justice, fairness, and uprightness endeared me to him. I was shocked to my marrow when the sad news of his callous murder was broken to me. I was getting ready to go to church when the sad news came, and I could not attend the church service again. It was simply one of the most devastating news I've had in my life, and I'm yet to recover from the shock. It remains a puzzle to me why anyone would want to murder him in this gruesome and vicious manner. Elijah Ahmed Gulak was in Imo State for a national assignment. He came to Owerri with the Senate Committee on Constitutional Amendment. Being a humble man, he chose to travel incognito, according to his friend that was with him during the incident. Someone must have trailed him from his hotel to the airport. That is exactly why this gruesome murder appears to be a clear case of political assassination. We make it very clear that everything will be done by security agencies to find those who murdered Gulak and their sponsors. They will not, by the grace of God, escape the punishment they deserve. On our part as a government, we are not sparing any effort in ensuring that the murderers of this patriot are quickly arrested and prosecuted for their evil deeds. Imo people are very hospitable. The events of the last few weeks do not represent who we are truly. I believe that the ongoing police investigation will uncover the whole truth. It is a common knowledge that those who are innocent need not be afraid, but the guilty will never go scot-free.